Hi guys, this is Bad Cookie here, coming with you a part 2 to understanding your ships. While I have started a new server, I'm using the same ships I had used in the first video as in understanding your ships as a reference towards this one. So we will be starting off with the Ranger and then moving to the Isles and then moving to the Chimera. So leave a comment down below guys for any future video references that you may need help with. So now we will select the Ranger. So before you make any sort of investment into any one of your ships, you need to first look at the screens. There's a lot of numbers, a lot of words. You need to click on all of them and they'll give you a base reference towards them. Like you can see your damage type towards ships, aircraft, and siege. Here you're going to want to look at your basic defenses, as in you can see your total hull points, your total warp speed, your total cruise speed, your total armor defense, and energy defense. Just remember, armor defense against kinetic, energy shields defense against energy-based weapons. The armor is a flat reduction, the energy shield is a percentage reduction. Now we'll be looking at locating what your main weapon is. Please look at the bottom right of the screen. Click on the Enhanced System tab, and then you'll see a whole bunch of tabs open up, and you can click on any one of the empty boxes and it will bring you directly to the subsystem that you can upgrade. We'll be looking at the primary weapon systems from the Ranger first. Now if you were to go back towards the beginning of this Ranger screen, you'll see that the Ranger had a very high ship-to-ship damage, but now if you click on the main weapon system, you'll see that the ship-to-ship damage is a lot less than you thought it would be. We will now click on the Ranger's main weapon system, and you'll see its total damage, its ship type it prefers to shoot at, and what type of weapon system is it. It's a projectile weapon, so it's a kinetic-based weapon. So you will need to look at the armor systems for what it's targeting. You'll see that this weapon system prefers to shoot at smaller ships first, as it's in the description over there, and then it will gradually move towards the larger ships. Now there are several stats on here that you need to pay attention to, like the cooldown, the attacks per round, the duration, and the lock-on. The cooldown is basically once your weapon system has gone through its cycle of firing, it goes into a cooldown. The duration is how long it fires for. So its weapon system will fire 2 times from its main weapon gun for 4 seconds. And once that time is up, it goes into a cooldown, and then it goes into a relock on. See, here we'll be looking at the Ranger's secondary weaponry system, its missile system, and that's where the remaining set of damage is at. And you see that it has 2 weapon-based systems in here. One is for anti-aircraft, and the other one is for anti-ship. So looking at the anti-aircraft, you can see its bonuses it has towards shooting down other aircrafts. The lock-on efficiency system is what you need to make sure you're upgrading on a weapon system that is anti-aircraft, as this greatly affects your ability to lock on to aircrafts and maintain lock-on. Here you'll see that this system has a preferred target, which are basically the corvettes first, then fighters, then landing ships. Then you see its duration for how long it fires, how many missile systems it fires, and then its cooldown and lock on again. Now we switch over to its secondary weapon system, which is anti-small ships. You can see the same concept exists here as well. It has the ability to shoot at aircraft, but capital ships first it will prefer to shoot at. So now we'll be scrolling up to the Chimera. and I would like to compare the Chimera towards the IOs for a specific reason. It's basically my tank and ship, as the Ranger is a kinetic based firing system, and the Chimera is an armor based tank and ship. This is my Chimera. And this ship I use to soak up damage, basically. And so, how do I know it will soak up damage? I like to click on the information on the right side of the screen, and I like to see which position it will fulfill. And it's a front row ship, so therefore it will be at the front lines of the battlefield. So you can see a huge difference between the Ranger and the Chimera when it comes to the defensive sides of things, as it has a lot more health and a lot more armor. So since this is my armor tank and ship, you need to make sure that you focus on the armor subsystem in here to maximize its ability to survive. So depending on who you're facing, it could be a player or it can be an NPC. How you choose to upgrade your systems is 100% up to you. So now we'll be looking at my next ship, my IOs. So just like the other two ships, you need to look at its key information. Look at its main weapon system, its damage output, its survival capability. And as you can see here, this ship will do twice the amount of damage compared to the Ranger. Click on its main weapon subsystem, and you will see pretty much all the damage is in its main weapons. And you can see here it prefers to shoot at large ships. How much damage it does over time, what kind of energy based system it does, and which ship it prefers to shoot at first. The IO is a really good anti-large ship counter. So therefore you want to put this against other battle cruisers, battleships, and cruiser hulls. You want to put the Ranger against destroyer and frigate hulls, as its weapon systems wants and prefers to shoot those things. And as an added bonus, I'm going to throw in one extra ship in here. And this ship here has a really high alpha capability from its main weapon system, but it's a railgun, and railguns are widely known for being inaccurate. However, if one of the shots do land, it will do a lot of damage. As you see here, the main weapon system will hit you for 1200 damage. This is just a brief, detailed guide on how to understand your ships. If we are like another part to this, please leave a comment down below. Leave any suggestion on what would you like to hear from me from. Okay?